Alvin and the Chipmunks. All the single ladies. And I found out Theodore is gay.
Have you ever felt like waking up at 8 a.m. on a Monday morning and start violently gooning off the edge of your balcony while there were people walking below you on their way to work? Well, apparently this was never a TikTok trend, but if it was, it would be pretty dumb. However, some TikTok trends in the past were concerningly close to this level of stupidity. The dumbest TikTok trends ever by Visual Venture.
A new trend on social media is raising serious concern among local police departments. It involves people shooting innocent bystanders.
I mean, I hope this raises concerns amongst local police departments. A TikTok trend where people just go shoot around innocent bystanders, isn't that called a drive-by shooting? If the police weren't concerned, then like, I would be extremely concerned about like the safety of like my city and like myself and my family.
With water pellets.
Please,
don't
don't
pellet.
pee your pants for TikTok. This is perhaps one of the dumbest challenges next to eating Tide Pods that I've ever witnessed.
TikTok is not reality to real life, but there's real consequences for some of those things that go on there.
TikTok created the internet's worst challenges, and as of right now, TikTok could potentially be banned. Today, we'll explore the dumbest TikTok trends ever, starting with weird ones to straight up insane. The pee in your pants challenge. People usually join TikTok trends to look cool, but the pee in your pants challenge was different because it was just embarrassing. It began in April 2020 when a guy named Liam Wire filmed himself peeing his pants. Then he posted the video online.
Pee your pants challenge.
Wait, I kind of want to watch this original video now. Wait, what is this? Liam W2? Okay, I'm struggling to find the original TikTok, but bro, pee your pants challenge. Is this really a TikTok trend? And you're telling me people like actually took part in this?
Liam made the video as a joke. He just wanted to make fun of how ridiculous TikTok challenges had become.
And then he proceeded to become one of those dumb TikTok challenges.
But people didn't get that joke. Instead, they thought he was trying to start a new trend. And just like that, the pee your pants challenge took off. TikTokers everywhere started filming themselves in front of mirrors, wetting themselves.
Oh wait, bro, I found one of these videos. Day 23 of pissing my pants every day until Mr. Beast gives me $100,000. Save me, Mr. Beast. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I hope that's water. I hope that's water. I hope it's water. You know, it's water. It's 100% water. This is 100% fake. He must have some sort of like water bottle in his pants. 100%. This is water, okay? This is water.
Anyone watching the video could see the wet spot on their pants.
Pee your pants challenge.
TikTok eventually deleted Liam's video, but that didn't stop the challenge from spreading. This was during the lockdown when people were stuck at home and desperate for entertainment. At its peak, the pee your pants challenge hit over 4 million views on TikTok.
I mean, for TikTok, that isn't really a lot. Like the total amount of like accumulative views, 4 million. I would have thought that each of these videos would be getting at least like 4 million. So that means these people were just peeing their pants for no reason. Like it didn't give them any internet fame or anything. Maybe if the total amount of views like were like 400 million, then maybe it would be a little bit worth it. But with 4 million views, you can't really like do much without, can you?
But although it was getting a lot of attention, most people obviously found it disgusting.
Please, don't pee your pants for TikTok. This is perhaps one of the dumbest challenges next to eating Tide Pods that I've ever witnessed.
Well, I mean, I think eating Tide Pods is like maybe a little bit more dumb than peeing your pants.
But it wasn't just gross. There were real consequences for those who took part in the challenge.
What, like future employment and job opportunities? Like imagine they search your name up like when they're about to employ you like for a job and they find this video of you on TikTok just peeing your pants. I mean, it's not a great look.
The biggest problem was that the internet never forgets. Anyone who did this challenge now has a video of them peeing their pants on the internet forever. And with many employers now checking social media before hiring, they could easily find those embarrassing videos. The challenge eventually faded, but it left an important lesson behind. Trends end, but embarrassment lasts forever. This next trend also seemed harmless, but it could easily send people to the emergency room. The raw dogging challenge.
Okay, okay, raw dogging? What do you mean by raw dogging? Bro, that sounds extremely sus. Like, is this like ANAL or something? Are you gonna get raw dogged by like someone?
In 2023, Apple TV released a show called Hijack. It was an interesting story, but no one expected it to spark one of TikTok's dumbest trends. In the Hijack show, the main character spends 7 hours on a plane without using any devices for entertainment to pass the time. He endured the long flight with 0 distractions. Somehow, this inspired TikTokers to do the same. By June 2024, people were posting videos of themselves raw dogging flights.
Oh, okay. Raw dogging means something completely different. Okay, I genuinely thought this was going to be about like how many back shots can you receive before you like pass out or something, and like the dingling just gets bigger, like gradually bigger and bigger and bigger, and then they like move on from like cucumbers to carrots to like pineapples.
This meant no scrolling on their phone, no music, no reading. They would just sit there for hours staring straight ahead. They called it the raw dogging challenge. At first, it seemed like an interesting endurance test. Some called it the ultimate dopamine detox to reset the brain. But as always, TikTok took it way too far. Participants added extra rules like no sleeping, no drinking water, and no snacking or eating. The more extreme it got, the more people tried to outdo each other. Soon, raw dogging flights wasn't just a trend. It was a competition who could last the longest. Even celebrities, rappers, and athletes joined, posting their own entries.
Bro, 100% none of the celebrities actually did it properly. Erling Haaland is a machine, just raw dogged a 7-hour flight, no phone, no sleep, no water, no food, only maps. So he was just staring at the map for 7 hours straight. Bro, 100% he watched at least 10 movies on this during the flight.
Before long, the challenge even had an unofficial scorecard. And since it turned into a contest, people started cheating. Some actually raw dogged flights while others just faked it. Like Nathan Daw, who posted a TikTok claiming he raw dogged a 9-hour flight.
I mean, how hard is it to fake this? I mean, like, this is like the most easy trend to fake. Like this would be unbelievably easy. It is so easy to fake this. I don't understand how anyone could believe any of these are real to begin with. Like, you just film yourself for 2 seconds just staring at the back of the seat, and then that's literally enough footage for the TikTok. You just add a caption, 9-hour flight, blah blah blah, and then you go back to whatever you were doing, like just watching a movie.
TikTok claiming he raw dogged a 9-hour flight. But there was one problem. The airline he flew didn't even have flights that long.
Oh.
Then there was comedian Danny Duncan. He said that he raw dogged an 18-hour flight, but his clip was obviously a joke. But not everyone picks up on these jokes, so these fake videos inspire more people to actually participate. And that's where the real problem started, because most TikTokers didn't understand that this challenge could actually be dangerous. Taking long flights without food or water increases the risk of dehydration. Planes already dry you out, and this only makes dehydration worse.
At sea level, the average humidity in the air is 40 to 50%, where in an aircraft it can be as low as 10%. If your body isn't used to that level of humidity, you can rapidly dehydrate.
But dehydration wasn't the only danger.
So not only are you dehydrating yourself by just sitting in the cabin, your blood is also losing a lot of oxygen by breathing in such thin air constantly.
Airplane air is way thinner than what we breathe on the ground. That's why people feel lightheaded or exhausted after a long flight. The lower oxygen levels make it harder for the body to function properly. But most TikTokers didn't understand the risks, so they kept going. Luckily, the media stepped in just in time. One article read, "Idiots are doing this on planes and it's dangerous."
Bro, what do you mean just in time? August 2024? When did this trend even start? To be honest, I have never heard of this trend before. Okay, it looks like it started around like June 2024.
They ripped the raw dogging challenge apart, listing all the ways it could go wrong. Other media personalities called the trend pointless.
Being a person, being present in the space you're physically occupying, even that we now call a trend.
As news outlets criticized and pointed out the dangers, the challenge started losing momentum. And by the end of 2024, TikTokers abandoned the raw dogging challenge and moved on to the next viral trend.
But I mean, why would you call it the raw dogging trend? Like, if you just think of the word raw dogging, doesn't that just completely mean like something else? Like, out of all things you could have called this, like, why the raw dogging trend? Like, shouldn't this be called like something to do with like meditation or something? Like, I'm sure you could have called this like the Zen trend or something. Like why the raw dogging trend? It just makes it seem like backshots.
We already know that TikTok is full of terrible health advice, but this next challenge might be the dumbest health trend ever. The beer tanning challenge.
Beer tan.
The beer tanning trend probably started because of a shocking claim that spread on TikTok. In July 2023, a TikToker posted a video warning that using sunscreen was actually dangerous.
Bro, sunscreen causes cancer 100 times. What? Isn't sunscreen like specifically designed to prevent skin cancer?
They're literally rubbing cancer into our skins.
The District of New York follows a report by online pharmacy Valisure, which detected high levels of benzene in several brands and batches of sunscreen.
He explained that some sunscreens contain benzene, which is a chemical suspected of causing cancer. That was all people needed to hear. The video went viral, getting over 5 million views. Viewers were scared, but they were also confused. If sunscreen was dangerous, what were people supposed to use instead? TikTok had an answer: beer.
Bro, out of all things, all materials in this world to protect you from the sun, is beer really meant to protect you? Is beer really an alternative to sunscreen? Beer is like a little bit expensive. Well, in Australia, I think it's pretty expensive, like alcohol tax and everything. But like beer, that is an expensive sunscreen. I would have thought like mud, like you could like make your own like homemade mud. Like the elephants use mud as sunscreen, or you could use like oil, like oil. Yeah, you could just use like olive oil or something. Just get oiled up.
Barely a month after the sunscreen controversy blew up, a new TikTok trend started. It was called the beer tanning challenge. People would film themselves rubbing beer all over their skin, then lie out in the sun.
But doesn't beer have alcohol in it, and the alcohol will dry out your skin? Wouldn't that just make you burn faster? Like that would give you cancer faster, wouldn't it?
The idea was that the hops in beer boosted melanin in the skin, speeding up the tanning process.
Oh boy, what's happening here? Yeah, this guy's pouring beer all over himself here. This is the latest trend on TikTok, beer tanning.
At first, it sounded like a crazy theory, but soon people started posting before and after shots showing off their deep tans.
I mean, 100 million% these are all edited photos.
Some even swore beer worked better than sunscreen.
I mean, you want to know why beer works better at tanning than sunscreen? Because sunscreen protects you from the sun. Beer does not protect you. Beer is how you get burnt. You just burn through the beer.
Within weeks, the beer tanning challenge became very popular. Videos with the hashtag beer tan skyrocketed to almost 300,000 views, and more people joined the challenge. But while TikTokers were celebrating their bronzed skin, one group was trying to shut down this challenge ASAP. Dermatologists hated the beer tanning challenge and called it downright dangerous. For starters, the science behind beer tanning was completely bogus.
Apparently, the hops in the beer stimulate the production of melatonin, which leads to a tan. But there's absolutely no evidence to support this.
Beer has 0 SPF, which means it doesn't protect the skin from sunburn like proper sunscreen does. Even with sunscreen, 1 in 5 Americans will develop skin cancer. Swapping sunscreen for beer only increases that risk. As the media covered the dangers, the backlash grew. Eventually, TikTok stepped in. They banned the beer tanning challenge and started removing any videos promoting it. And since TikTok was suppressing the beer tanning challenge, it gradually disappeared. This next trend caused nothing but pain and discomfort. But that's exactly what made people want to try it. No Poop July.
Whoa, bro, I saw this, bro. I saw this back in the day. But I mean, I feel like it was fairly obvious. It was fairly obvious that it was just a joke. Like, there's no way you can, like, not poo for an entire month. Like, I feel bad for anyone who actually tried to do this. Like, maybe they would have lasted, like, a week, like, until the 7th of July. And that would have been, like, pretty uncomfortable for them. Like, they would be, like, hella constipated.
The No Poop July challenge is as ridiculous as it sounds. The goal is simple. Don't use the toilet for the entire month of July. Every year, hundreds of people join in, posting TikTok videos to show how long they can last. But before we find out if anyone actually pulled it off, there's a bigger question. How did such a ridiculous trend even start? In July 2020, a TikToker named OK Kron posted a video looking extremely uncomfortable. The text on the screen read, "Day 1 of No Poop July." OK Kron's face said it all. He was struggling to hold it in, but the caption made it even funnier. It said, "Can I make it till the end?" It was a bold question, and thousands wanted to see if OK Kron could actually last the whole month. His video received 84,000 likes, and the comments were full of people cheering him on. As the days passed, OK Kron kept the suspense going with dramatic updates. Each new video showed him looking worse, sweat pouring down his face, pained facial expressions, and lots of squirming.
And honestly, that's probably how, like, someone would look if they legitimately took part in this challenge. Like, they'd be sweating profusely. This would be unbelievably uncomfortable to do, like, actually, like, in real life.
The more uncomfortable he looked, the more excited viewers got.
Okay, okay, you gotta chill there, bro. You're making it sound like this is some sort of, like, corner or something.
Viewers weren't sure if he was kidding or if he was really holding it in for a month, but it was entertaining regardless. Then, just as July was coming to an end, there was a twist.
You might know him as the kid who hasn't pooped for 26 days, but today we found proof that he lied to us.
No poop July, though. Did you fail? Be real.
Yeah. Obviously, like, I'd be in the hospital.
With a simple, funny video, OK Kron admitted he failed the challenge. Up until this moment, No Poop July wasn't even a trend. It was just one guy doing something dumb for laughs. However, it got people wondering if it was possible to go an entire month without pooping.
I mean, me personally, I have not gone 11 hours without pooping. Like, potentially 6 hours, like a quarter of a day. Every 6 hours, I legit have to let it rip.
They were determined to find out. TikTok quickly dug up a real-life case that made the challenge seem possible. It was about a man who held it in for a very long time.
And while he was waiting behind bars, Lamar went on a poop strike.
A poop strike? This is not like some like a work strike. You don't have to go on a strike because you're getting underpaid. This is a poop strike? What are you striking against? Are you striking against like the unethical treatment of toilets? That doesn't make any sense. Like, maybe if it was like a meat strike, like maybe you're protesting against like the unethical like treatment of animals in like farms and everything, but a poop strike, what are you striking against? What is there to change?
He simply refused to go to the bathroom altogether. He didn't go to the bathroom for literally 47 straight days.
Suddenly, No Poop July didn't seem like it was just a joke. So by July 2021, 1 year after the original challenge, it started trending again. This time, more TikTokers joined in, posting videos of themselves trying to hold it in. And some of them were taking the challenge seriously. Even OK Kron came back for the 2021 challenge, posting daily updates just like before. Then in July 2022, No Poop July returned for the 3rd year in a row. That's when doctors realized this was becoming an annual event and they were horrified. Worried doctors begged people not to try the challenge.
This is not normal because if you're not having a bowel movement every day, it could lead to abdominal pain, gas, bloating, and other issues.
But instead of dying down, it exploded.
Just like my ass this morning. I let rip like an unbelievably massive one this morning. You know, I should have taken a photo of it, honestly.
The 2023 edition of No Poop July racked up 80 million views in just a few weeks.
Dude, it's July. You know what that means?
I don't know what that means.
Just look on TikTok. It's No Poop July.
Oh no!
The 2024 edition crossed 100 million views. But 2024 was special because OK Kron, the TikToker who started it all, decided to turn the ridiculous trend into something meaningful. To everyone's surprise, he announced that he donated about $1,000 worth of toilet paper to various charities. OK Kron's donation meant that something positive came out of this dumb challenge. Hopefully, No Poop July won't return in 2025, but with how popular it's gotten, it probably will.
Okay, it's currently August 2025. Let's have a look. Let's have a look on TikTok whether it actually happened. And yep, it did happen. This is the final day of No Poop July, which was, okay, I'm in Australia, and so it's like a day forward, but this would have been the 31st of July. Oh wow, okay, that is not healthy. Okay, that is definitely okay, it happened.
The next trend on our list was mostly done by women, and it backfired in the worst way possible. The Silhouette Challenge. Hundreds of women took part in this challenge, but they had no idea that this trend would make them targets for creeps and trolls on the internet. The challenge started in January 2021 when a TikToker named Yoelise posted a video with a unique editing style. The silhouette effect with the red background looked amazing. Within hours, Yoelise's comments were flooded with people begging for a tutorial. They wanted to make their own versions. Yoelise listened. That same day, she posted a step-by-step guide. To create the silhouette effect, they just needed to use a red tinted filter from Snapchat or TikTok. Before long, TikTokers everywhere were trying it out. They called it the Silhouette Challenge.
I mean, does this really look that good for like it to be like a full blown trend? I mean, this just looks very It's very mid. Who sees this and thinks, oh, I wanna try it myself?
Even celebrities join the trend.
So turn on the light in your bathroom. Okay. Go in your door arch, okay? And just whatever you want to do.
At its peak, the Silhouette Challenge got more than 200 million views on TikTok. But like most TikTok trends, it didn't take long for things to go wrong. Because the challenge was showing off body shapes, the participants wore as little as possible. Others wore nothing at all. After all, the red filter was supposed to hide everything, leaving only a shadow. But it turns out the filter wasn't foolproof. Before long, some creeps online figured out how to remove the filter. And once they took it off, they could see everything, if you catch my drift.
Okay, that is beyond creepy. That is, bro, that is like inhumanely creepy. That is horrible. So they figured out how to remove the filter so that they could see all of these women naked. And then, okay, that is, bro, okay. But I mean, to be fair, when she was doing the original tutorial, I'm pretty sure she was coloring herself in with like the black pencil anyways. And so if people followed it correctly, then this wouldn't have been an issue.
Suddenly, tutorials on how to remove the red filter started popping up everywhere. And since there were hundreds of silhouette challenge videos online, creeps were having a field day. People even created subreddits like Silhouette Unfiltered to share silhouette challenge videos with the filters removed.
Bro, of course it's Reddit. Of course. This is where all the creeps hang out. So it was definitely some like overweight like Reddit mod. It was that guy that started the trend of like removing the filters, bro. That is okay. I mean, am I surprised? Not really.
Panic spread fast. Suddenly, TikTokers were warning everyone to stay away from the silhouette challenge, or at least wear clothes while doing it.
So, word of warning. If you're going to make a video as part of the silhouette challenge, keep your clothes on. People are attempting to revert the videos back to their normal coloring, and that can reveal things that viewers aren't supposed to see.
For some, the warnings came in time, but for others, it was too late. Their videos had been downloaded, altered, and shared to creeps across the internet. TikTok tried to help by banning filter removal tutorials and shutting down accounts spreading them. But instead of being relieved, some victims blamed TikTok for not acting sooner. One thing was clear, the silhouette challenge should have never existed.
But I mean, aren't you technically spreading more of these like these red like filter thingies? Like for example, this one. Like, aren't you just allowing someone to just like remove the red filter from this and then they'll be able to see everything?
This next trend wasn't just dumb, it was also a crime. The Chase Bank glitch.
Wait, is this don't tell me, is this some sort of infinite money glitch, but instead of in GTA it's in real life?
On September 1st, 2024, TikTokers were buzzing with excitement. The reason was because they thought they found a way to get free money. Thousands of dollars completely free. They called it the Chase Bank glitch.
So what people would do, they would write a big check that they didn't have the money for, a bad check, and then they would immediately take money away from an ATM.
Just like the guy explained, they would write a check for more money than they had in their Chase Bank account and deposit it. These checks were fake because their accounts had no money to back them up.
But then doesn't this just mean you go into debt? Like your bank account goes into the negatives and then they can charge you interest on that debt once you like rack up once you go negative.
Then, before the bank could catch on, they would rush to an ATM and withdraw the check's full amount. In other words, they were scamming the bank for free cash. As word spread, the hashtag Chase Bank glitch started trending on TikTok. Within hours, people were lined up at Chase Bank ATMs eager to cash in.
Bro, Chase Bank got stitched up so bad because I assume you can do this with any other bank because like this is just like how you make yourself go into debt, like into negatives. Like I'm pretty sure most banks will allow you to like withdraw into the negatives, and so this would have worked with any other bank, but they called it the Chase Bank glitch, and so Chase was the only bank that got affected by this.
Nah, I said it's heavy. It's lined up. Nah, this is elephant.
There was one small problem. The so-called glitch was actually a crime. As more people heard about the trend, financial experts explained why the Chase Bank glitch was actually check fraud.
Make no mistake, in every sense of the word, this is check fraud. You are knowingly writing fake checks. And to make it even worse, you are committing a felony against yourself.
Anyone caught committing check fraud can face huge fines, prison time, and even a lifetime ban from opening a bank account.
Chase will alert every other bank that you try to go to, and you may possibly never be able to get an account. You have to.
But despite all the warnings, the Chase Bank glitch kept trending on TikTok. Some posted screenshots of their bank balances as proof that it worked.
Great, so this guy used the glitch to take $400 from the ATM. Meanwhile, his bank balance was already $9,800,640. 15. And so what difference is this going to make? You've just committed a crime against yourself. Now, like all those 10 millions, you're not even going to be able to use it when you're like while you're behind bars. Why would you risk all of that just for $400? You already have $9.8 million.
Others saw a chance to cash in, selling step-by-step guides or charging fees to teach people how to pull it off. But it was only a matter of time before the bosses at Chase Bank realized TikTokers were stealing from them. And when they did, they were furious. On September 2nd, barely 24 hours after the glitch went viral, Chase Bank shut it down. The bank released a statement saying the glitch was fixed. Fake checks wouldn't work anymore.
They said the glitch was fixed, fake checks wouldn't work anymore. But I mean, shouldn't fake checks just not work to begin with? Like, it's a fake check. It's called a fake check for a reason. So you're telling me the bank has no security system or AI system to determine whether a check is real or fake?
And just to make things clear, they added, depositing a fraudulent check and withdrawing the funds from your account is fraud, plain and simple. Now everyone who took advantage of the glitch was panicking, and they had good reason to be worried because Chase Bank was coming after them. By October 2024, the bank started suing those who used the glitch. One person stole $335,000 during the glitch. Chase didn't stop there. They identified accounts that deposited those fake checks, froze them, and took back whatever money was left. Most of those accounts ended up with negative account balances with a bunch of zeros.
Man, they really told me to tap in. Next day I was supposed to clear. Look at my account, yo.
So now you're in $31,000 in debt, and what is the interest rate like these days for debt? So let's just assume that it's a credit card debt, so 16 to 26%, and I assume this is per annum, I think. So that means every year that you fail to pay this debt off, you're gonna have to pay, what is it, $7.75 thousand extra in interest, plus you still have to pay off like the original principal amount. So that's how you get into like, what is it called, like debt prison or something? What is it? Like, is it like a debt cycle?
Soon, arrests began. Those who thought they scored free money were charged and tried in court.
And I assume it would have been extremely easy to catch these people because when you sign up for a bank account, you have to give them your address. And so the police know exactly where you are. Like, they know where you live, so they can like just easily arrest you.
The Chase Bank glitch became a brutal lesson. Don't commit a financial crime because someone on TikTok told you it was cool. This next trend took an ordinary daily activity and turned it into something idiotic. The cereal challenge. Here's how the challenge works. Two people had to participate. One person lay down with their mouth wide open while the other poured cereal and milk in.
I mean, I don't know what is worse, this trend or the fact that she's pouring the milk in before the cereal. Shouldn't you put the cereal in the mouth first to soften the blow of the milk? Otherwise, if you put the cereal in after the milk, it's just gonna splash around.
Then the second person had to eat the cereal straight from their mouth using a spoon to pass the challenge.
Okay. I thought this person was going to eat it themselves in like one go. Oh, that is disgusting.
To pass the challenge, the person on the bottom had to keep their mouth open while the second person ate from it.
And you know what happens when you keep your mouth open for an extended period of time? You start salivating. So, that is milk mixed in with the saliva with the cereal.
Some managed to keep their mouths open long enough to complete the challenge. Others ended up coughing soaked in milk. Huge influencers with millions of followers joined the trend. And with that kind of reach, the cereal challenge spread faster.
Doing the cereal challenge with my sister.
Some even decided to involve their pets in the challenge, and you do not want to see those videos.
They involved the pets? Wait. So they either put the milk and cereal in their dog's mouth and ate it from the dog's mouth, or they put the milk and cereal in their own mouth and let the dog eat it from out of their mouth.
But the challenge was also pretty risky. If the person lying down inhaled milk or cereal, they could legitimately choke and suffocate. This trend was all risk with zero reward. Luckily, the cereal challenge didn't last long. But while it was trending, it proved people will do just about anything for 15 minutes of fame, even if it puts their health on the line. This next trend was one of the dumbest and most dangerous ones out there. The Orbeez Challenge. In 2022, the Orbeez Challenge was so notorious that people threatened to arrest anyone caught doing it. To understand why, you first need to know what Orbeez are. Orbeez are tiny beads that swell up when soaked in water.
There are 1 million Orbeez in this bar. This is literally so satisfying.
Orbeez are usually harmless. Kids play with them and some people even use them to relieve stress. But in 2022, someone had a reckless idea. They started loading Orbeez into toy guns and shooting them like tiny water bullets. Except they weren't aiming them at friends. They were targeting random strangers.
These things can shoot up to about 200, 210 feet per second.
And then
that seems very
worse.
fast.
People began freezing the Orbeez before loading them.
Okay, that is some psychopath behavior. That's pretty much the same as like a metal pellet. That's like a bullet. That is literally a bullet.
So instead of bursting on impact, the frozen Orbeez hit like rubber bullets. That made them a lot more painful and more dangerous.
These toy guns, well, they can really actually replicate a real firearm.
By March 2022, the Orbeez challenge was out of control. TikTokers across the country were shooting Orbeez at random strangers.
A new trend on social media is raising serious concern among local police departments. It involves people shooting innocent bystanders with water pellets.
Police cracked down hard, arresting teens who participated in the challenge. In one case, 4 teens were arrested. They were charged with disorderly conduct, harassment, and reckless endangerment.
And not even assault? Are you kidding me? I feel like if you shoot someone with a frozen Orbeez, isn't that just assault? Like, how is that not assault? Like these are just random innocent people minding their own business. They just get shot in the head with frozen pellets.
Police say surveillance video showed the 4 teens pull up in a car and fire the gel pellets into a class working outside.
You would think arrests would scare people off, but it didn't. Kids kept doing the Orbeez challenge until someone lost their life. On June 2nd, 2022, a group of teenagers Orbeezed some guys playing basketball. But these weren't the kind of guys to laugh it off. A fight broke out, and by the time it was over, one of the basketball players lost his life. He was only 17. When the media reported the case, people finally realized how serious this challenge was.
TikTok is not reality to real life, but there's real consequences for some of those things that go on there.
That was the final straw. Police cracked down harder on the Orbeez challenge. In Kentucky, a mayor banned water pellet toys completely. Walmart, Target, and Amazon pulled Orbeez from their shelves.
But I mean, imagine being the Orbeez company. Like, you lose so much revenue if Amazon, all your like distributors pull you from the shelves. And so that company is losing millions of dollars because of these stupid TikTok kids. And imagine how many people would have like had to be laid off from that company as well, like Orbeez company.
Even Spin Master, the company behind Orbeez, addressed the issue. They released a statement saying they had no affiliation with the gel toys and that their Orbeez products were not intended to be used as projectiles. But after all this, the Orbeez challenge didn't completely disappear. Orbeez challenge incidents were still being reported as recently as 2024. These trends prove that some people will do anything to fit in. But just remember, the people that change the world are the ones that choose to be different.
So basically, if you choose to be different and not shoot people with frozen Orbeez pellets, then you can change the world. Yeah!